You want to listen to it, but they just giving it another shot. See what we can do with it, man. I don't know why my phone keep going now, but what is going on? See what we can do with it, man. And oh my God,
Sound like a robot.
yo,
Yo, you sound like a robot.
man, I can't, man. This is bro. Let me finish this mic, man.
Yo, I rose dolo from state to state. While we wait, as Terrence has technical difficulties, I'd like to welcome you to the Steel in Them show, starring Steel. It's all me, all about me. It's on me. I
Live
started this.
sound. Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, way better. Nope, he's going. As usual, it's just me. No, I got the podcast on my back.
Yo, how about now?
Yeah,
Man, they done did this update on my phone, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Anyway, like I was, and my phone keep trying to go in and out. I don't know what the hell it did to my phone, man. But anyway, like I was saying, man, I was giving everybody a rundown of, how we started, man, 4, 5 years ago, because we haven't really introduced ourselves to the new listeners, you know. So I was telling them like how we got started 4, 5 years ago, man, right before COVID. We just having normal conversations about, sports, about life, and I think it was Los, which is another member, but he won't be on for a while, and he got a lot going on right now. So he was like, man, we need to do a podcast, man. Let's try to get something started. So I'm telling them that in the past we did a lot of audio stuff. And I gotta go back and dig them up if y'all want to listen to them. But for right now, we starting back over. Change the name. It's Over the Hills Podcast, and the reason why we call it that, it's a neighborhood in Spartanburg, South Carolina that we all affiliated with. That's the Hills. And there's 4 guys, we're older now. And if you look at the logo on my avatar, you can see that we're standing on the hill and we're looking back at the past. And there's a train coming through. And that's the future. And those are future subscribers, future fans that we're trying to reel in. What we're talking about. So right now, we're talking about the NBA finals. We did the game one preview, we did the game one review. I did the game two live watch party, which I think a couple people probably got. It was something I was experimenting with because the place I went to was Sophie Steakhouse. It was my first time going there, so I didn't really know how the atmosphere was gonna go. So, but I'm gonna try it again, man. But this episode right here, as you see in the ticker, we're gonna do the game two recap and the game three preview, and I'm gonna kick it over to King Steel, let him, tell him a little bit about himself, and then we're gonna get this thing rolling.
yeah. When you was out, I introduced myself. I let them know who I was and what I was about. I rode dolo from state to state. You know, I am the podcast. It is it is over the hills, and great backstory. He's playing it perfectly. But originally, the name of the podcast was Still and Them. But I subside to it right now.
Yeah, you tripping, dog. Anyway, man.
And shout out to your avatar and stuff. It looks really good. It depicts us perfectly and stuff. And shout out to mine. I love the way mine is.
What
Greatness
is
and
that? I
stuff.
can't even. What is that?
It looks like LeBron James and the shadow, and he has a crown on him. My
LeBron
glorious
James. Oh,
king,
he ain't even
my
playing, bro.
my glorious king.
Anyway, he still chasing the one and only goat. But that's a whole nother debate we finna get into, man. That's a that's a whole nother debate we finna get into, man. But let's go ahead and start this thing off about game two, man. What we saw, and you know what I'm saying. Just go ahead and break it down from your standpoint of view.
Oh yeah. So game one, OKC led in every category statistically, but they had a horrible shooting night. They was in the high 30s. Even though Indiana had 19 turnovers, OKC wasn't converting the turnovers into points, and that's why they lost. And so game two, we seen the field goal percentage, go right back up for OKC. What we normally seeing was around 50 something percent. Kind of like the NBA average and stuff. And then they won and stuff. I don't consider it a blowout, but they held their own. They had a good shooting night. The first game they had a bad shooting night, but the second game they had a good shooting night. So that was the big difference and stuff. Now game three, I don't know because now we're going back. We're not going back, but first game in Indiana, and the field house is kind of different. So I don't have any predictions for it right now.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. And piggyback off what you were saying about game two, if you look at the stats, man, Indiana put up the same amount of shots they did game one. They was
Hmm.
37 for 82. They were 45%. They shot 39 3 pointers the first game. Then they shot 40 this game. They were 14 for 40, 35%. And man, they had 34 bench points. McConnell led them. No, McConnell had 11. Maturin had 14, and Toppin had 3. And all they ended up with 34 bench points. And man, I just the score was 123-107, but that score was misleading, man. Like once again, OKC flexed their muscle again. They
Hmm.
showed that, man, we can get up on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all playing catch up the first two games. So OKC is really showing that, hey, we can really bust them up if we want to. We just got to maintain on defense.
Yeah.
And they kept their foot on their neck the whole game. This time they was not playing around with them on defensively. They was on them. No, Indiana made a couple little buckets, cut it down to like maybe 10 here, and then bam, it went right back up.
Yeah, they OKC defensively, their intensity was up there. It was on like a 8 out of 10 when we seen that pressure that even the role players and the bench players put on their team. And I had
Hmm.
mentioned about how in like the 2 3 possessions that Caruso just had Siakam just all over the place.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I know what position you talking about. He was at the between the foul line and the top of the key.
Yeah,
Man,
around
he
the
could
three
he
point
could he
line.
couldn't put the ball on the floor. He
He
couldn't
can do
pass it enough. He
anything.
picked up his dribble. He was all over him, man. And so, man, I just think for one, Indiana is letting OKC dictate the pace. Cause it looked like it looked like not OKC. It looked like Indiana just it's like they sped up. You know what I mean? Like they come down and They losing the ball, taking wild shots, and just like a lot of those turnovers be unforced. Like they just lose the ball. You know what I'm
But that's
saying?
the style
So
of play. They had that style of play. They like to run. You know, they
yeah,
like
yeah, oh yeah,
get off on
yeah,
the
yeah.
shot
They like to
clock.
run, most definitely. But you're not playing New York though. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's the difference because OKC got a killer over. Well, New York had a killer in Brunson, but they got a killer over there. They got the MVP. Big difference, man. And I think that I just think that's the difference between the two teams right now. I think they kind of evenly matched, but OKC has a bailout player. Like if you get down late in that shot clock, they can just give the ball to SGA and just clear it out. They just let him go to work. Cause for the
Hmm.
series right now, he averaging 36 points. So he doing what the hell he wanted to do out there. You know what I'm saying? If you look at, the stats for OKC, Chick had a game. He was 6 of 11 for 15.6 rebounds. Williams was 5 of 14 with 19 points, 5 rebounds. SGA pretty much shot 50%. He was 11 for 21. He had 34, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Dort didn't really do nothing. He was 1 for 3 with 3 points. Wallace was 2 for 4 points. But the bench would kill them. Caruso was 6 of 11 for 20, 4 for 8 for 3. And Wiggins was, he had 18 points.
Yeah.
So in
Both of them
all,
came in real hot.
yeah, it came in hot. Other players chipped in with like 3 here, 3 there, 2 there. But they ended up outscoring Indiana bench 46-34. So that's a 12-point difference right there. They won by 16. So, I mean, and if you look at Indiana, man, to me, the key players for Indiana, Siakam and Halliburton, they got to play selfish. Every now and then, they got to get more selfish, man. Because 15 and 17 ain't going to cut it. It's going to have to be 25 and 27.
Yeah, because Halliburton, he in the first half he was what he had what 3 or 5 points, if I'm
Yeah,
not
it's not going to
mistaken.
cut it. It's not going to cut it, man. This is the finals, man. This is
Yeah.
this is this is when you set your markers like, hey, I'm up and coming. I'm finna, what I'm saying, mark my little niche in history. I'm finna mark my history in the finals, and that's what SGA doing. He's putting up stats that people are gonna remember. Like, oh yeah, I remember OKC played Indiana years down the road. Like, yeah, he went to work on them. The way Siakam and Halliburton playing, you gonna be like, they ain't doing that. I
Yeah, you
mean,
can't win like that.
you can't
And
win like that, man.
another one of those deciding factors was, Chat didn't have a good game that first game. He
So
what
that's
six
what I'm saying.
points?
Yeah, he had 15.
Yeah.
He had 15 this game, 6 of 11. And you know what I'm saying? To go back to Indiana, Siakam can't be 3 of 11 with
Mm-mm.
15 points and 7 rebounds. No, you're not gonna be OKC like that, cause once again, SGA is gonna put up 30 every game. Somebody got to match him. Indiana trying to play team ball, which is cool, but you got to have one player. If SGA put up 36, somebody got to have 28, 29 for Indiana. Somebody got
Hmm.
to. Somebody has to, or else we gonna see what we've been seeing the first 2 games.
And then the game two is what we've been seeing from OKC the whole season though.
Yeah,
They play OKC ball, you know what I'm saying? And then, like you said, Indiana is now playing into OKC game, and they're not going to win like that. They have to play Indiana ball, and they just going to have need more of an effort from their two big players, like you said, Siakam and Halliburton. Halliburton
yeah.
5 points in the first half. You're not going to get that dub. Yes, the
No, you're
first
not.
game, they had they role players, they long players, put up some nice stats. Um, Toppin and then Turner, all of them was like around my 15 to 20 points, average and stuff.
Hmm.
But that second game, you didn't get much from Siakam and Halliburton. So, but going back into Indiana, I think Cause yeah, home court advantage always gonna make a difference in the finals and stuff. Cause you're gonna feel more comfortable. Your crowd gonna get you pumped up, and you're gonna have those heat check moments, and when you just gonna go on those little heat runs and stuff. So I want to see how OKC is gonna respond to that crowd, and if they're gonna play OKC ball.
Mm-hmm. And another thing I'm looking at too, man. Turner got to play big down there, man. You think
Hold on, Terrence, your phone.
bang on the boards, man. He got to bang on the board because if you look at the rebounding, man, the rebounding was OKC I rebounded them 43-35. They had 11 offensive rebounds to Indiana 7. You
Mm.
know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man, like Turner, he had that one move where he went in there and dunked. I'm like, nigga, you got to do that you got to come in and try to tear that rim down every time. Stop playing like you 6'9". You know what I'm saying? Like you tall for a reason, but you hanging around the 3-point line. That's
Yeah.
to me, that's the only way they gonna change this series. Indiana got to get tougher in that paint because OKC, you look at the first two games, they outscoring them in the paint. Like this game in the paint, they had 42 paint points to Indiana 34. Like Turner gonna have to get big down there.
And
Siakam gonna have to do what he do.
from SGA contributing his game, his mid range games. He attacking that paint. He's
Yeah.
going to that mid range and stuff, and then he's MVP. You don't want most teams. You're gonna have to pick your poison, and with him, they're gonna collapse on him. He can kick out. He's trying to draw contact, get that foul and stuff, and he has people like Wiggins and Williams and I forgot his name, slipped my mind at the moment. That can shoot the three ball. You
For
know
who? Who you talking about?
for OKC.
Oh man,
When
Williams can shoot it.
Williams and
Russo can
Wiggins,
shoot it. Wiggins can
Russo,
shoot it.
yeah. So when SGA he's attacking that paint and stuff, and so you switching your defense and stuff, and then you doing that high pick and roll, and that SGA is going to attack, and he can get that ball out. He can pass, and then next they draining the threes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they was like 14-36. OKC was for three for 35.9%.
Hmm.
And I think Indiana other players are doing what they're supposed to do. Like Neesmith was 5 for 12 with 14. Nemhart was 4-8. He still had 16. Turner still put up 16, 6 to 12, but he only had 4 rebounds.
Hmm.
Yo, he gotta make his presence known. He has to be a threat down there. Right now, OKC is like, man, we know y'all perimeter oriented. Y'all shot 82 shots, but you shot 43. So that's half of your shots. Half of your shots was for 26 feet and out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Man, they gotta get in their paint. Siakam has to shoot the ball more than 11 times, and Halliburton had to shoot the ball more than 13 times. That's the only way they're gonna win because SGA don't put up 20 shots the first two games. Over 20. Nobody on Indiana has put up over 20 shots first two games. Like I say, they're gonna have to get some selfies in that ball. There's an iron win. You know what I mean? So somebody gonna have to. Halliburton can do it because he's done throughout the playoffs. But you playing a different animal now. You playing somebody that's hungry. Like they OKC want that title.
Yeah.
They want it bad. They want it. They had the best record. They done ran through the playoffs. They like, man, we not finna come here and just hand it to you. We ain't gonna give it to you. Like, we gave you that first one, but we was on your ass that first one. You know what I mean? We just let it go.
Yeah, so OKC is playing like they are the number one team in the league. They have the MVP. They playing like we expected to win.
Y'all got to. I'm interested to see what Rick Carlisle gonna do, cause OKC always do this. See, they kind of switched it up though. They kind of switched it up. They kind of played Holmgren and Hartside a little more together, but they always bust out when they put Holmgren at the 5. I don't know what that lineup does, but just notice when they go to that lineup, but check at the 5, that's when they spurt out on people. Because they
Yeah.
spread you out, which is crazy.
Yeah, and I like that when they do that and stuff because it opens up so much more.
I don't know what Indiana need for him the size he is. You know what I'm saying? You 6'11", man, 7 feet, bro. You be out here banging on them boards, man. Stop trying to be, you know what I'm saying? 3-point shooter, which he can shoot the three, but this series you gonna have to bang in that paint, man. You got to get busy down there.
But they was the best 3-point shooting team in the league.
True, but look at your opponent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Matchups matter.
Yeah, but
Matchups matter.
you still have to do what got you there. You can't bring in a whole different offense and stuff.
No,
But
no, 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 no. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying, I just need him to be more aggressive in the paint. That's all I'm saying.
yeah,
That's all I want him to do.
pass the
4
ball.
rebounds. Yeah, bang them boards. You know what I'm saying? Go in there with aggression, man. Cause you remember, I don't know if you remember that play. There was one play in the second half where he kind of got the ball at the foul line. He just drove and just boom. I was like, man, you can do that all game. You get fouls. I mean, you ain't gonna score, but at least draw some fouls. They just hanging out there shooting, man. You not gonna get in foul trouble like that. Shoot like that, man. And that's another thing too. Foul shots played a big key in it too, because Indiana was 19 to 26, 73%. OKC was 29 to 33. So they shot more and hit more,
Yeah,
but 87%, damn near 88. That's what I'm saying. They getting to the foul line. They drawing fouls. Indiana gonna have to stop shooting all them damn threes, man, and start attacking that basket. But if you look at OKC defense and if you watch the game, they can't get in there.
yeah. Like the defense was just they was running corner to corner, front to back. It was a lot. And like I
It's
said,
like
that might be because they're comfortable at home. It was amped up. Is they gonna do it game 3?
I think it's yeah. I think they're gonna bring it. Now who wins? I can't. Game 3, I can't. I want to go with Indiana because they at home. Because it's gonna be different now. Like they gonna have a home crowd with them now. And your bench usually plays better at home.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because you used to arena, you used to the sound, you used to the crowd. Like people that never played ball. But I play. I'm not no expert, but I played it. I played in front of home in a way. Like it is a difference.
yeah.
It
You
it
know your you
it
know your
is it is a
spots.
difference.
You're gonna get to your spots and things like that. You practice on that court. You practice your offense on that court. You run through your drills. So you got spots that extremely comfortable with, and you have that confidence to take that shot. And confidence that you're going to make that shot.
Yeah, but at the same time, man, ballers don't care where you play it. They just come. It's the same 94 feet, 10-foot goal.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's just a different environment. Just the fans make a difference. Them Indiana fans is crazy. That's redneck country anyway. So man, they gonna be mad.
yeah,
Yeah, they gonna be wide open up there tomorrow night, man. Mm-mm. I just want to see what adjustments Rick Carlisle gonna make. Is he gonna go smaller to try to combat the speed? Because OKC is faster than them. If you watch it, OKC is faster than them, and they
hmm
go smaller when they put Chet at the 5, then they bring in Caruso at the point, then they move SGA to the 2, and then they move Williams to the 3, and he can play 3 or the 4. Like they get faster. You know what I mean? So and they get into the rim with ease. It's like Indiana can't move their feet. They too fast for him. So does he go smaller or does he slow the game down? He's saying, like, hey man, we gonna have to slow this game down a little
You're gonna
bit.
have to go. You gonna have to go. You gonna have to slow it down because at the end of game two, when OKC went small and stuff, they just extended that lead.
Yeah, so he gonna do nine. Now does Rick Carlisle pull out a zone?
Too early.
Nah, just throw a little. I ain't talking about like the whole game. I'm just talking about just to kind of catch him by surprise a little bit. Cause you gotta put game three now. So you gotta pull something out that they ain't nobody seen. You gotta do
Yeah,
something. Now you gotta pull this like a little rabbit out the hat for this game. I'm pretty sure OKC gonna pull something out too. You know what I mean? So
I get it. I can see it in the first quarter. Just come out with something different. Disrupt their rhythm and stuff.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, kind of keep them off guard, or like, oh, you get up, get the lead on. Like, hey man, let's slow it down, man. Let's go zone, make them work the ball. Because OKC is shoot, like you said in the first preview, they're shooting before the shot clock hit 16.
Yeah. It get down to 16, 15, 14 shots is up.
Yeah, the ball is up. It's up in the air. They ain't playing around with the ball. They know what they gonna do. They move the ball, and like I say, they got a bailout player.
And I
You
and I
know what I
watched
mean? They
it. I watched it when Caruso comes in and he runs the offense a little bit more faster than SGA. And
That's
he's
why I
coming
say
down
they speed
he's
up.
coming down shooting at 16, 17, 18.
They speed it up. That's the lineup I've been noticing. They did it against Minnesota. They put Caruso at the one, SGA at the two, or maybe Dirt at the two, Dort at the two, whatever the hell they be doing. They
Yeah.
spurred out every time.
And I was looking out like, wait, this ain't no fast break. They just took the ball out.
Yeah, the ball up. And see, and now they got Indiana running like that. Like man, they just come Indiana just coming out jack. I'm like, hey man, man. Like, well, slow down a little bit because them turnovers adding up too. Well, both teams took care of the ball this game though. It wasn't a lot of turnover, man. It was 15 for Indiana, 14 for OKC. Points off turnovers. Man, they had Indiana like 14 and OKC had 17. So like it wasn't. Like you said, OKC shot better. They shot better this game, and it was they had more players in double figures. Like they got the bench. They damn near had 40 off the bench
Yeah.
from two players. You know what I mean? So man, game three, we gonna see what adjustments be made, and can Halliburton and Siakam put their stamp on this game, man? Cause I want Siakam to do good. He got it in him, but it's something he can't. I don't know if it's the speed or he can't. He ain't adjusted to him yet because he look out of control out of them, man. I
Yeah.
think one time he came down, did a spin move, and yeah, he just like man, what he doing? He just threw the ball up, missing. I'm like, and he bigger than anybody that they put on him. That's what I think they need to do. I think they need to put Siakam in the paint and just let him work because he did it a little bit in game one. Then they went away from it. They need to constantly throw that ball into him and let Turner get those putback points because Turner's not gonna bang like that. Siakam can bang like that. He
Yeah,
gonna
but
have to.
Siakam game is he's gonna have to go to that short corner, rotate and back down into that post and get into
Mm-hmm.
that paint. But he wasn't doing that. He was at the top. He was outside the perimeter, trying to work that offense, and it wasn't working. So he's gonna have to go around to that short corner where I think he's always comfortable at, and rotate in that offense that way and run the offense for him to be successful.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give
Yeah.
game three to OKC, but I'm gonna take Indiana the fourth game.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they're gonna split. I don't know who's gonna take what game, but I think
Yeah,
I think they're gonna split. I think they're gonna split.
I think they go for that. I'm gonna get OKC game three, and I'm gonna get Indiana four.
Yeah. I think they're gonna split, man. It has to be. I want to see this go game 7 though. I really do. I really do, cause man, once the finals over, man, it's boring. We left with the boys of summer. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't watch baseball, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, I need this to go game 7, man, for real.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't go month and a half with just man until football get here, man. So I think you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna take Indiana game 3, OKC
Okay.
game 4. I'm
Okay.
gonna take Indiana game 3, OKC game 4. I'm taking Indiana. The score, I don't know. I can't give you the score, but I think Halliburton and Siakam step up. It's gonna be a good one. And it's not a series until it gets feisty though. That's what I want to see a little feistiness down there. I want to see like a little shove here and there. Like hey. I want to see a little dust up. Then I know it's for real. Cause every finals has that. There's always one little dust up. Well, that's when players really let loose and lose themselves in the game, and then they just really get to playing. So I'm gonna be looking for that. I want to see a little dust up too. Oh man, he popped out. But man, gone. Don't know what happened. Let me go back.
My bad, man. I moved
Yo.
my hand and I dropped out. Just fell.
Oh, well, you're getting little bloopers here, y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
People
yeah.
can't
I
people
moved
can't
my
hold
feet
their
in there. I
phone.
just fell. I just fell.
Oh man, so I think we done covered everything, man. I'm gonna keep it nice and short. I'm not gonna be here all night talking about it, man. People pretty much saw what happened game 2. We just gonna give our thoughts and opinions on game 3, and yeah, I'm gonna do the live watch party again. This time I'm going to Harold. I'm going down to Harold Friday night. They know they do the vibe after 5, so it's gonna be probably a nice little crowd in there. So Sophie's, I didn't really know how to what I'm saying. I ain't, 'cause this my first time going. You know what I mean? It was a nice little atmosphere, but it's like a little little older crowd. I want more of the vibrant, you know, yelling and screaming crowd. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go down there Friday night, man. Hopefully I get down there when the game start, but I will be down there though.
They
So
got that red sauce at Harold's.
they got who?
That red sauce.
Yeah, man, I be in there chilling, but I don't really be
Oh,
eating their food. But I heard
oh
it's good though. I mean, they got them damn deals though, boy. For
yeah.
real.
I know they got that.
I'm a vegan.
Yeah, you vegan. I know, but I know they do the chicken wings with the red sauce and stuff.
Oh man, chicken. Hey, I smell them, but hey, and I did eat they fried okra though. Man, they fried
Okay.
okra was banging. Ah man, yeah, they got them good pancakes in there. Oh, yeah, on Wednesday night, yeah. Yeah, they do deals on Wednesday night, you know what I'm saying? They got the pancakes, the wings, and oh man, they been going ham in there with that. They're gonna have a DJ in there Friday night. So I'm going in there Friday. I ain't going Wednesday. I'm going there Friday
Okay.
though.
You go
So
Friday.
yeah, I ain't going tomorrow. I'm going Friday. But I know Wednesday they had them good deals too. Up and up, man. For those who don't know, Harold's is the one in Charlotte, right here on North Tryon, man, right off W.T. Harris. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm slide, yo. Me and a couple of work buddies, we gonna go in there Friday night, man. Try to turn up, try to get a few little people to talk, man. See how they feel about the game. You know what I mean? So just gonna rock out, see what happens. Should be a good one. You got
Yeah.
anything else you want to conclude the show with?
I think that's it, man. I'm gonna take, like I said, I'm gonna take OKC game 3 and game 4. I'm gonna roll Indiana.
Oh yeah. Well, Indiana for me game 3, OKC game 4. I think it's gonna be a little back and forth. I think Halliburton and Siakam step up, but it's always one unknown player to step up too. I just don't know who it's gonna be. But it's always
Yes.
one player to come. Yeah, it always one player. It always used to be one player on the road too.
Yeah.
It
I'm
always
gonna be
do
one
that.
player.
It always be one player to show up that nobody expected. It
Yeah.
might be Wallace for OKC. Hell, they've been starting him the last 2 games. I don't know why they did that switch up. I don't know, but yeah. like Wiggins did the game too. He came out just went nuts. You know what I mean, off the bench. So we'll see, man. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna conclude the show. Hope y'all enjoyed it, man. We just trying to bring our insight to it. Like I said, it's four guys. We were trying to do the 4x100 relay, but we just can't get it. We just keep dropping the damn baton.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. One guy, he
Yeah, I can't even, you know, I'm running the ankle leg, man. I'm carrying the team and stuff. I'm carrying the team. I don't. Terrence the first leg.
damn.
We won't have our two. We won't have our two middle men and stuff. I forgot the position, but I run the anchor, man.
Yeah. Yeah, we just gonna have to run around and just pass the baton to each other. Just
Yeah.
call this shit the damn 2-man weave, I guess, 2-man fast break until they get their little act together. What's going on? But yeah, we gonna hold it down though, man. Like I said, the watch party Friday night at Harold's. I'm hoping it's a good crowd. Either way it go, I'm gonna throw back some drinks. So I'm gonna be good. You know what I mean? So man, with that being said, man, we out. Check y'all out Friday night. We
All
out.
right, people.
You.
All right, podcast world.